everyone, Bitsy Jennings here with a quick tutorial on how to cut your t-shirt so it goes from this to this. Super easy to do. Make sure you've got a really nice sharp pair of scissors, ideally meant for fabric. Now obviously I've cut this one, so I used it as my template for how I want this one to look in terms of its length. So I put them up against each other and made myself a pre-cut at the length that I want it. Now do take into account, if you haven't washed the shirt that you're using, maybe wash it first or give yourself a little bit of extra length in case it does shrink. Now cotton t-shirts tend to roll up a little bit, which I actually like, so also keep that in mind as well. So first I'm just gonna cut it right off at the bottom. Straight across, nothing crazy. Cut both layers at the same time. Hopefully straight, but then again, you know, it does curl, and this is supposed to be sort of that cool, casual way to do it. All right, so I've got my first one. And now I've got my headband or a mask. So there we go for the length, okay? And that, like I said, will start to curl up. Now we're gonna go to the sleeves. For the sleeves, I don't want them to be much shorter than the actual sleeve is. So I'm just gonna cut right along that seam on the sleeve, that bottom seam. So follow the angle of the shirt and just cut those dudes right off. Okay, one. Let's do the other arm. So chances are you have t-shirts that you've been given at giveaways, or, you know, a 5K run, you get a t-shirt. I have tons of t-shirts that I just don't wear. So I've been doing this a lot. All right, so now we've got the sleeves, we've got the body, the neck. That is where you don't want to screw this up, right? So take the shirt and fold it in half, like this, okay? So you want the shoulder seams to line up. You want the front and the back to line up. You're gonna start at the front of the shirt, okay? So what you wanna do is decide how far down you go. If you have a logo there, that will obviously be a guide for you. I have the Beatles here. So I'm gonna start about 2 inches down from the crew neck, okay? So I'm gonna start to cut right here, but I'm gonna work it at an angle. So I'm gonna start down here and I'm gonna slowly go up until I hit that seam, okay? When I hit that seam, I'm gonna follow that seam the rest of the way. So we're gonna start low, work our way up to a curve, and then follow that back seam. Otherwise, if you cut it too low in the back, then you've got this, you know, just giant hole, which can be a little flash dangerous. I have no problem with that, but start with the smaller hole first. You can always cut more. You can't really add it back on once you've done it. So if you do have a t-shirt that you're willing to sacrifice, perhaps use it as your test. Okay. But then again, I don't want you to think that this has to be taken like super seriously. I feel like if you just get in there, that's when things work out the best. Okay, so I'm gonna make one little snip. There you go, right at the top, about 1 inch away from my logo. Now I'm gonna cut, and I'm curving. I'm curving, I'm curving, I'm curving, I'm curving. I'm going up to that top seam, okay? So I'll hold that up so you can see. Curved. And now I'm gonna cut right along that back seam. I'm actually gonna go this way. So I'm going as close to that top seam as I can get while cutting it off, okay? And sometimes at the shoulder you might need to make a slight adjustment. So there you go. I'm just gonna fix one little rogue part there. And there is my new super cool Beatles tee.